Okay. Okay, I will mute everyone. So welcome everybody. And I'm going to mute you for if you say the TOPS pledge with us, and you unmute yourself when we are done. Okay. Uh, welcome to our Wednesday meeting. TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I'm tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. COPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I am to be an example as I take off pounds sensibly. Okay, we are back. Thank you. How did everybody do any farther for the New Year's resolution reality check that we did last week? Because I know you were all here, except for I don't think Donna was here.
Yeah.
It's the did anybody go any farther with this reality check for the new year? No, I did it in
Where
my
is that? Is that
it is from the December 2016, January 2017. But it's also in chapter programs
okay?
on the website. It's a reality check. Basically, when you do your New Year's resolutions for next year, make sure you schedule a time, be realistic, just like SMART goals, and use your support system. We did it in my chapter on Saturday, and we had a lot of fun with it. So we're going to continue it again on Saturday. But okay, does anybody read the Wellness Wednesday blog on the website?
Yes.
But this one was interesting. Obviously, she wrote it December 2nd because she said, I just did my first turkey last week. It's like a couple weeks ago. Okay, 3 questions to think about before 2021. Says, and this is Maggie Thornson. I cooked my very first turkey last week after watching videos, chatting with my grandma on her self-proclaimed turkey tip hotline, and carefully following all the steps. My first bird was a success. The meat was cooked perfectly. We had leftovers for days, and I only set off the smoke alarm once. Note to self: an extra pan to catch the drippings beneath the roasting pan is a must. I've learned that one too. We miss our families, of course, but there was something nice about not having to leave the house or change out of my favorite hoodie and sweatpants. It has been an unbelievably challenging year, to say the least, but I find comfort in continuing to share and connecting with others and never getting tired of hearing how our members are adjusting to this new way of life. Many of us are ready to quickly turn the page to 2021. Yep. And put this year behind us. But as we continue to look ahead, take a moment and stop and consider these 3 questions. Is there something you've tried for the first time this year? Anybody?
Oh. A new exercise program.
Awesome. What is it?
I found this guy on, I think it's Les Mills, and it was on Facebook, and he's on YouTube, and it's free.
I love
And
free.
and so I do his workouts, and the first one was it's a 30-minute total body workout. But then you'll see other ones of his that'll come up, like kickboxing, cardio, and they're all free.
Nice. I've tried Leslie Sansone. I bought her DVDs for Miracle Mile. Then I was told, oh, they're free on YouTube. It's like I could have saved myself $30. But I got the nice resistant band. I love her resistant band. I love it. In fact, I bought a second one because my grandson was hogging it the entire time. So I had to buy a second one. We did the second DVD today. two Miracle Miles, and he quit after 1 mile, but I kept going, and it was great. Yeah, I really loved it. Anybody else do something for the first time this year? Anybody
Zoom
else?
meetings. Zoom meetings.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is a first. This is a first. Anything? But about you, Kathy?
Well, this isn't tops, but wearing a mask in public.
Yes. Well, I always, in the colder weather, I always had the gaiter because of the bike or the hike, and I mean, it keeps you nose from being frostbit. But yeah, this is first time is the mask too. Well, we always have them. Like my grandson got sick, we'd always put masks on him because
Oh,
of the coughing. I mean, whenever we
yeah.
went to the doctor's office, they'd give you a mask if he's got a cough or a runny nose, so we kept them. I mean, there would be months between using them, so they were sort of germ-free, sort of.
And haven't we all learned this year to be more flexible?
Yes.
Because we're continually hearing new things to try. There's changes in our towns, and we all have new vocabulary. Like,
oh my,
I've said social distancing so many times. I've never said that before.
Yeah.
So this has been a year of learning that we can keep on with our activities. We just have to be flexible in how we're accomplishing them.
Yeah. Yes, we definitely have to learn. We had to adjust so quickly. And I think we had like a month or so that people were in shock because they didn't know how to do this. So we're hopefully, I was on a question and answer Zoom meeting with Barb Katie and Rick Danforth yesterday, and Rick was like, the first couple months of 2021 will set the tone for the entire year, and I believe it. So hopefully we will, it will be much better than this last part of this year. Crossing fingers. Molly, anything new for you this year?
I was gonna say no, but other than the Zooming and the masking and
yeah, that's new
I don't
for
think
everybody.
I never had a problem with distancing myself from people.
Oh yeah, I never did too, because I'll tell you, it's like you'd go into Walmart, it's like, okay. It's like, yeah. Okay, second question. What are you grateful for that you didn't have at? What are you grateful for that you didn't have at this time last year? I have a lot more friends in the entire United States.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I've met so many new people just through these meetings.
Me too.
I've met so many new people. I've learned that Facebook is, I'm not grateful for Facebook, that's for sure, because the drama. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm grateful for all the new friends. Anybody else?
I think you're right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that something that I didn't have this time last year, that throughout this year, I'm a big time reader, but I just have never had the time. These last months, I have read more books than I have in my life, and it's been sort of wonderful.
Yeah. I've become reverted to being a couch potato because I can't put the books down. And I had to schedule stuff just so I had to put the e-reader down because I have something on my schedule. It's hard. I love it. I've read so many books this year. Yeah. Thank goodness for Kindle Unlimited. Really. But Molly, you were going to say something.
No, I was just gonna say the friend thing too. Like I've met a lot of people on those different Zooms, and those, though I've never really met you, it's like you know them. It's like you have really actually met them.
Our support system is going from coast to coast, north and south, east and west. So it's like, it's awesome. Stella?
I can't think of anything.
Nothing that we haven't mentioned yet. But Donna?
Well, I tell you, I have completed more home projects that I've been in my house like 3 years, and I wanted to take this tree out back, and I wanted to cut this bush down out front and make my flower bed bigger and extend my patio. They all got done this year.
Nice. Yes, I still don't like house cleaning, but that's okay.
I'm going to tell you, I was in my glory when this first happened. I'm a cleaner.
Come clean my house.
I cleaned every room in my house from ceiling to floor, and I was in my glory for the first week.
Oh yeah.
then I was outside cutting down trees.
Yes. Yeah, it's cabin fever set in after about a week here too. It really did. I kept saying, it's like, oh my gosh, Mom was right. Cabin fever is real.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any new daily or weekly rituals that bring you comfort?
Well, this is a new ritual, and I
Yes.
enjoy being with all of you.
Yes. Yes.
So I know a couple times I've been busy, and it's like, oh, I missed it, and it's oh, I missed it this week. So it makes me sad. So I'm glad we're here today.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I mean, because this was 5 o'clock Wednesdays was my normal time for my original chapter meeting. So it's like, I need something to fill this time, because it's like, okay, I cannot go back to that chapter. I've got my own chapter. So I need to fill this time, because I was always, for 5 years, I was busy at this time. So I needed to fill that space again, but it worked. But yeah, this ritual is nice. And hopefully by the time school lets out, I can go back to the Monday ones, because I miss those. It's like, okay, I really want to be on my Zoom, but he's got a Zoom. So I can't be on 2 Zooms at once. But anybody else? Any new rituals, or daily or weekly besides this one? Yeah.
I haven't done it every week, but a lot of Sunday walks.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm hoping we see more deer on Wednesday. This will be nice. This will be nice. Okay, this one said, okay, maybe you two have set off the smoke alarm for your first turkey. No, my first turkey in my house, my stove died. That was bad. Or a first batch of homemade bread. Or maybe you've learned to love FaceTiming or Zooming with friends. And then if you do a journal, jot your thoughts in a journal, or feel free to tell her in her blog. You may inspire somebody who is reading this. But I like, she a lot of times she does very thought-provoking things. Okay, there's 2 let me get this. Has anyone used the topsfan.com website that Mary Mullane does? No. I'll show you where it is. I share screen, because I found a new ending for it, but I have I'll learn it and live it before that. Let me just share screen. There we go. Share that. This is topsfan.com. She has changed it. She must have recently changed it, because I don't remember seeing that picture, but it has all kinds of stuff, meeting ideas, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of this stuff is submitted by other members, but you can use this, and there's contests, games. Let me see what games she has.
I think I've been on there before.
Yeah, she's changed a lot, and there's some new stuff too. What is this about cops? Who wants to be a cops? Okay. Poems. Lots of poems. A Token in My Pocket, Begin Again. And this is where I got that's the Helping Hand one, and Never Quit Pledge right there.
Oh, okay.
More, she has skits, fundraisers, ceremonies, more cool stuff, which I don't know what that one is. What's that? Some ceremonies, rededication, tribute to weight recorders, and then practical programs. Okay, videos. That's Terry Ord, all kinds of stuff in here. some of the videos from the website. Okay, turn that off. There we go. But yeah, just
And
want to let you.
I do use this a lot. In fact, I'm using the new Christmas program next week.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've got.
yeah.
I wanted to do some stuff like we're doing. Basically, it's not a holiday party, but basically games and stuff. No food involved, especially during this time. We don't want to share food. But it's like, okay, the only thing I know is the one that you take a present and you pass around but we have to be 6 feet apart with our mask
Yeah.
on. How can we pass a present? So I'm gonna have to go in that and see because I want to do something, because it would be the last program meeting of the year. So it's like, because the
You
other
have to
ones,
throw it to each other.
yes, it's like, oh my goodness, it's like, okay, it's like, oh. Well, no, because I mean, the church is like, we have got to keep our masks on, even though social distancing, to be in this church. So it's like, okay, we can't. I mean, one lady's got long arms, but all of the rest of us are short. It's like we won't reach her. So I was like, so we got to. I'll have to look at that Christmas party. But okay, now what I have is holiday again, and this is from the if it's from 2008 November December 2018, but it's also on the website. The holidays are here again. How to take the power out of seasonal snacking. To me, you just don't make cookies. I'd have rebellion here if we didn't. But okay, even though the holidays show up every year, many of us find that we are often ill prepared for the season. We get caught off guard when confronted with all the food and beverage choices available during this special time of year. So why are we not prepared, especially when we face this dilemma every single year? Have you ever sat down and really given some much deserved thought? Many of us put some food, especially holiday treats, on a pedestal and give them power over us. Mine's cheesecake. Yeah. Takes a moment to list a favorite food that you indulge in during the holidays. Me, cheesecake. Anybody else? No?
I don't really bake or anything, so.
You don't have to make it yourself. Oh, that's called the store. Nobody else have any foods that they make only during the holiday seasons?
Oh, probably cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't done it yet.
I don't want to, but I was told we have to make my mother-in-law's cookies. So it's like, I guess.
Well, if I make them, I'm just going to send them home with the grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm going to make them with them.
Yes. Well, my grandkid lives here, so I don't. I have to make like a quarter batch. Anybody else? Besides,
I'll probably make some shortbread, but my recipe doesn't make a whole lot of them, so.
oh, that's good. I like cookies recipes that only have a small portion. It's hard to find those. Kathy, Stella, nothing?
I just stopped baking because
Yeah.
I hear you talk about baking and taking them out of the oven, sending them off. Hey, as soon as they come out of the oven, they're calling my name.
Yes,
And
I
I am
know.
So I just can't do it. I'm
I-
weak with cooking, I admit.
No, me, the homemade bread. I had to stop making my homemade bread
Oh.
because, yeah, even my grandson, I have a picture of him. I had just done rolls. Not even a half hour later, I find him in the kitchen. He bit two and he claimed them. It's like, okay, that's my job. I need to eat them. Okay. We really do put all these foods on pedestals, don't we? When the holidays come around, we feel we must eat every savory morsel because it's the holidays after all. Then we return to chapter weigh in and are discouraged by the numbers we see on the scale. We eat like the holiday won't be back next year. Why do you think these foods hold such power over us? Me, memories. My mother, the cookies that I'm told I have to make, those are my mother-in-law's recipe. And she's not here with us anymore, so we have to make those cookies.
Tradition alive.
Yeah. All those traditions. I remember my sister makes Spritz cookies and she makes dozens of batches. It's like, how can you eat all these? It's like, well, they'll last so long. It's like, in my house, they'd be gone like in 2 days. It's like, how can you not how can you resist them? Okay. Why are certain holiday foods special to you? Did someone you love make them? We discussed that. And do they remind you of the place you grew up? Any other reasons? All those reasons are for me.
It's just a tradition.
Yeah.
And I was able to do that, you know, when my kids were home because they could devour
Right.
cookies and candy and yeah, I would make them for them. So
Right.
of course I had a few.
We had to, it's the taste testing that does us in. We have to make sure they're okay for children. You know, that's what my daughter says. It's not good for children. I have to eat it.
Yeah. Just to keep everybody safe.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's like, okay. But, okay. Okay. So, why do you suppose these foods hold such power over you? Have you ever really thought about why? It's just stuck in my head. I gotta eat it. Anybody else?
Well, I'll just say that I think, you know, like I said, when my kids were home, I think Christmas time takes you back to, if you have children, when they were little and how special Christmas was, and having those sweets and the treats. That was all part of it.
Right.
So it
It's
takes you back
comfort.
to those memories.
Yeah, the comforts. And it says, could some of these cookies, it says food, not cookies, being at any other time of the year? Absolutely. But we reserve these special things for our holidays. We really do. Here it says remove from pedestal. Here's my suggestion. Get some of these foods off the pedestal, such as treats, especially foods from our cultural backgrounds, deserve a special place in the holidays. But other non-traditional foods need to get knocked down a peg. Here's how. Pick one of the foods that you look forward to at a particular holiday. Let's use shortbread cookies. Molly, we're going to use your cookies. Okay. Okay. Several months before its designated holiday, make a batch of those cookies. Your family may wonder why you're making shortbread cookies when it's not the season, and perhaps the scale at weigh-in that week won't look too great, but enjoy those cookies. Several weeks later, make those cookies again. Repeat as needed. I like this idea. You're making cookies. You're making cookies. By continually repeating the process, you may start to notice a change in your behavior. The cookies that placed on a pedestal and given power to will become just another cookie. The power they once held over you will have diminished or maybe even fully disappeared. Your attitude will shift as you realize you can eat them anytime you wish. And you'll probably wish for them less than you did before. Does that make sense?
We had a lady once who came to one of our TOPS meetings and talked about the all or nothing. Like, because I said, like, when I eat it, I feel like I might as well just eat it all.
Right.
And she said what she does is, like, when she wants a donut, she just buys a donut, takes a bite, and throws it away. And people are like, really?
I couldn't do that.
And I wished I had that presentation. She was from the Pennsylvania Department of Health or something, and she came for free and talked about this all or nothing.
That is so wasteful. Wasting a donut. Oh my gosh, wasting a donut.
But you know, I guess that's.
Yeah, some people can do that. I'd hand it off to my husband or to my grandson. Have them eat it. Have them eat it.
Now I can see that have one donut and not a whole dozen, but not just one bite of one donut.
Oh, I like that you can actually go to the store and just buy one donut.
Yes.
So, and you go home, you just have that one donut. and you
Mhm.
don't have that dozen. Okay. It says, I challenge you to give this exercise a try and take the power back from the food, which is good because we're like 3 weeks away from Christmas. So, well, 2.5 weeks. So we
Yeah,
can
it's
start
close.
making our cookies. No, not me. That'd be too dangerous
Not
for
me.
me. No, no. But I will. But I like that. I've discovered I can make a batch of cookies, but freeze most of the dough and have smaller batches. But you can try. And make a list. Make a list of foods that fit in the category we described. Well, we can do it our own. But there's me. I would be doing this. Making the cookies several weeks out. We definitely would get sick of them because each batch makes like 3 dozen cookies. Cake like sugar cookies that you put frosting on it. We'd run out.
Oh,
It's buttermilk and it's like very, very rich. We definitely get sick of them. But you guys have any holiday foods that you would definitely get sick of if you did this exercise? Nobody?
No.
Yeah, yeah. Cookies are cookies are cookies.
Now, can you freeze those cookies that you make? Do they freeze?
If we didn't frost them, I think we could.
mhm.
Just like put them on a cookie sheet and individual single layer freeze them, and then once they're frozen, put them in a bag
Bag them.
because they're very moist cookie.
Yeah.
And another Bertha Walker from MS0336 Hadesburg has a different approach. There are several desserts that I consider a tradition over the holiday. When I realized that I was the main person that loved these traditions, I discontinued them and all those calories. Yeah, there's some stuff in here in my house that I like something, but I'm the only one. So it makes it really easy to stop making it
Stop, yeah.
because you end up throwing away all the leftovers. So, does anybody have anything, uh, any victories this week? And let me see the time. Okay, we're good. And or any anything they want to discuss?
I
Anything?
started drinking water again.
Yes, yes,
I'm not drinking a lot, but I'm drinking some, and I wasn't drinking any, so
Right.
I'm happy with where I'm
Right.
starting.
Yeah. I mean, this today I haven't. The past couple days with walking in the morning in the freezing weather, I've been drinking a lot of hot liquids, but it's like I haven't gotten to the point where I'm just drinking hot water. I'm sorry, I haven't yet. I just can't get over it, but I'm trying. Like even the 0-calorie Gatorade or Powerade, I'll drink, but trying to get off the caffeine, but it's hard. Really, really hard. But I'm trying to. I think the 2 days in a row, I did the 2 sets of I did the 64 ounces of water. That gets old. That gets old. So
I made a schedule and put on my refrigerator for my exercise and water. I
nice.
broke it down
Good.
by hour,
Mm-hmm.
and I fill a quart jar with water.
Mm-hmm.
I fill that up 2 times, and
Nice.
I drink hot water.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
So
I need to try harder.
My first cup is we wake up. We retired last year, but we still wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So my first cup of water is at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then my next is 7:30,
Right.
and then I have an exercise plan. So I'm pretty good on those two.
Mhm. I need to get better. I'm back on track with my exercise, but not the water. No,
So, but I typed it out and put it on the refrigerator. So
I need to get
reminds
better
me.
at that. That's a really good idea. Mine's on my phone, and if I'm like sitting reading a book every hour that I'm not standing up or something, my phone will buzz and tell me time to get up, time to start moving. It's like, okay, it helps. It helps.
Yes, Fitbit is not as excited about my reading time as I am.
Yeah, I noticed. I was reading. It's like, okay, why is my phone, my watch vibrating? It says time to move. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't want to move. I'm at a good spot.
Mm.
Uh, but I found something I found it on the website. It's a quick and easy program. It says problem solving. Basically, it's problem solving hand in hand together. We can. Then they put a bunch of problems and it says to discuss them. This one says problem. It's winter. Yes, it is. And boy, do I have the blahs. I can't get out because the weather has been so bad and it's so gloomy. I'm getting depressed and all I want to do is eat. What can I do? Okay, so
Move.
that's me. So what can I do? And it was very gloomy today too, because the clouds were really low. But so what would you suggest that person does?
Find a hobby or something they like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she needs to
definitely
find
too
something
close to the kitchen.
do, something to do, exercise, and get a friend so they feel like they needed to do it together.
Yeah, this one she can't get out. She must have snow. I'm hearing people have had lots of snow. It's like I'm not ready. So okay, here's another one. That's Valentine's Day. We don't have Valentine's Day. Okay, so I've been coming to TOPS meetings for 6
Oops.
years. I recently found an old membership receipt and discovered that I have only lost 5 pounds since I started 6 years ago. I think I have been using TOPS to keep me from gaining weight and not lose my excess weight. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. It's just you haven't convinced your mind that you want to lose it yet. Have you, one thing that was brought up at the meeting, the question and answers, a lot of chapters have gone to the point where they're basically a social circle. They're not a support group anymore. Yeah, we need to get out of that. We are a support group, and this is great. I love having the support from these Zoom meetings, and it really has helped. But yeah, I mean, does this sound like a familiar thing? What happened? Where can I? There we go. All of a sudden, you guys disappeared. I must have hit the mouse or something. I'm too close to the keyboard. But I mean, go ahead.
My group, a few months ago, I did stop and talk about that. That we belong, we get new members occasionally, but we're like a big family. And we want to visit, and yes, it is very social. And I had to, we as a group had to come together and say, we're here to support each other in getting healthier,
right?
And how we're going to do that. So I certainly make a point of not giving in. I mean, yeah, we visit, but I try to have a structured program every week. So we are talking about what we're in TOPS for.
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, I do. I try real hard to follow the meeting plan that they have in the TOPS magazine, but sometimes, like there was one last, I think in October, the fashionista thing. It's like we are totally not into fashion. But it's nice, and I like the way they structure it, but I am finding a lot of chapters don't use TOPS material at all. I'm thinking it's like you pay $32 plus tax a year. Why, if you're not willing to use TOPS material? But I mean, TOPS does all the work for you. Why do you need to just use the Google God when we already have tops, you know? They're doing it and they're verifying everything. So it's like, it was, I mean, when I first started, the chapter I started with did not use tops materials at all. And that was okay. It was interesting, but I've noticed a lot of the chapters, especially the older chapters, they
Oh.
like I have one chapter that basically was more like a book club. They find a book regarding weight loss and stuff like that, and they all read it and they all discuss it.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, I mean,
Interesting.
it works for them, but it's like, oh, why don't you use the TOPS programs? So, but it works, but where's the top stuff?
Someone said to me, we already know all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
I know.
where do you go from there?
Yeah. I mean, they're slowly getting new stuff on the web. They have a new webmaster and a guy that does the website, but with everything being shut down, there's just not so much, you know, there's just so much that's new. I mean, everything was virtual this year. So but it's
I
hard. I
don't.
mean, and they keep basically recycling the same programs, but we can always, you know, add to it or doing it at a different angle. And just like this, I'm running out of programs. It's like, but we can still approach another program just a different way. But because we can always, I mean, there's always, especially with the motivation, we always need that one, you know, so we can just do it a different way or approach it a different angle. But it helps. But yeah, I mean, and I've noticed because Bernie has been reintroduced several times. He did not start in 2018. You know, it was a while ago because I've seen it in 2015. He was just brought to the light when she did the uh, the um, the burn 100 or uh,
Cut and burn.
cut and burn. Yes, cut and burn. Thank you. So I mean, they are doing a lot of recycling, but they're also updating them too. So it works. But I mean, we the biggest problem is if we have older chapters and they haven't had new members for a while, they have basically has gone through everything. So we just try to basically recycle the programs again or just update them. Okay, here's another problem. They said, okay, when I get home from work at 5:30, I am so stressed, tired, and hungry that I can't imagine planning and cooking a healthy meal. Grab the only thing available to eat, and it's usually high-carb finger foods to tide me over. That sounds familiar. What can I do to change this routine?
Man, I know so many people who have signed up for those HelloFresh, those
Yes.
food delivery things,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them just love them.
Yep. And I've tried meal planning. It doesn't work because we never want what we plan for that menu during that day. It's like, okay, but I don't want that. It's like,
Oh, no, I did do that. When my son was little, we sat down together and planned our dinners.
right.
And here it is on the refrigerator. Tonight, this is what we're having. Because this is what we decided we're having.
Right.
And it did, it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
And I like cook, when I cook like today I cooked meatballs, I cooked a hamburger, and I'm going to cook chicken so
Getting
that
hungry.
because then I have it. I don't have to,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's something I've done in the past is batch cook like on Sunday afternoon so that my meals for 3 or 4 days are ready. So if I was working, you know, if I came home and I was hungry and then all I had to do is warm it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally, after 30 years of marriage, I'm able to, I put meals of leftovers in the freezer and he's actually bringing them to work. It's like, yes, took a while, but it's finally working. Because otherwise, I mean, I'm throwing away leftovers 6 months later from the freezer.
Oh.
because nobody wants to eat it, but it helps. Okay. My family sabotages my food plan by bringing foods high in fat and sugar into the home. They don't seem to take my desire to lose weight and eat healthy seriously. What can I do? These are some good questions. I've heard them all at my previous chapter.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I've stopped eating the snacks and stuff, but then everybody else, the other adults in the house, go buy them themselves since I wasn't buying them anymore. So they got in the house anyway.
Well, the one thing I do is because
She
I go
froze.
like to, well, I go to like the Sharp Shopper, and you can get those individual little bags of chips,
Right.
like four for $1.
Hmm.
So she can have 1 or 2 munchies here, and she can take the other 2 home until she comes the
Yes.
next time.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, those help. Anybody else? Anything? Nobody? Okay. I think that's it. Because I'm got like 15 minutes before. Donna, are you going to the resume training tonight?
No, Edna did it.
Okay,
The other one. Edna
cool.
did the other one.
Cool. Okay, where is the other piece of paper I found? So any other questions or anything else anybody want to discuss?
Today
Nothing?
on the face group page,
Mhm.
I think it was Barb Katie said there was going to be a Zoom meeting again with Rick Danford
Mhm.
on the 15th, and she gave a link and said to copy and paste it, but that doesn't work like that.
Okay.
And I had trouble the last time. I had to email Tops to get a link for last because I couldn't find anywhere to go on.
Okay. Okay, I think she had I think it was the link to register for it. Is it to register for the
Yeah.
15th?
Yeah, she
Okay.
said copy and paste it in your browser. It
Right.
doesn't work like that.
Okay. See, mine always lets me just click on it. I'll have to try it. But yeah, I need to sign up for that too. The 15th.
They're doing another one next Tuesday
The 15th? I think so.
at nighttime again, or do you know if it's
I don't-
a different time?
I think it was nighttime.
Okay.
I think it was 7, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll have to look up into it. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, because I mean, it's nice that they're having them again. I mean, I don't go to a lot of other people's meetings anymore because just like I got so much going on in my house, and I've got to get December meetings in for other chapters, and so it's like your life has interfered big time this month. So it's like I need to get, I haven't gone to Sharon's in a while, so maybe. But okay, I found 2 poems, and I think I'm going to do this one on the topsfan.com. And it's not closing, but it's one of the poems. It says, go for it. You have the right to be you, the way you are, the way you want to be. You have the right to grow, to change, to become, to reach for any goal. You have the right to self-respect, to do what is needed to increase your self-esteem as long as you do not hurt other people. Do not hurt another in doing so. You have the right to be happy, to do that which is meaningful and rewarding to you and gives you a sense of completeness. You have the right to win, to succeed, to make plans, to see these plans fulfilled, and to become the best that you can possibly be. I like that. So hopefully next week will be the normal 7 o'clock. And at this point it'll be and then after the weeks near the Christmas week and New Year's week, they'll just be very short, or I might just do pre-recorded. I haven't decided yet. It all depends on how busy everything gets. But I'm hoping to have the meetings every Wednesday. So, but we will play it by ear. So, but otherwise, I will see you next Wednesday.
All righty.
Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Good
Have a good
welcome.
week.
Bye.
Bye.